Let's go. What's good, fam? It's Therapy Thursday, and today I want to take time to talk to you all about fear and limiting beliefs because I personally believe those are some of the main things and the biggest things keeping so many people away from having the life that they truly deserve having the self-belief and the view about themselves that they should be able to have, and just to have what you need out of life. So we're going to get right into it because I've got a few things that I want to share with you that's really going to help you improve your self-esteem, stop having limiting beliefs, to deal with those things, and to be able to have the mindset that you need in order to have the peace of mind and the life that you should have. Let's get right into it. The first thing I need you to do is I need you to take a pen and pad or open up a notes tab on your notes app on your phone and literally list out every limiting belief that you have. Put a name to them. Anything that you truly desire, but when you say that you want these things, you feel a sense of doubt or thoughts in your mind, and that just feeling like, yeah, I'm saying this, but I don't know if I really can do this. And you'll know it because you'll feel it. List out every last one of those things that you have. Literally put a name to them because it's so important to be able to identify what's really going on. That way you can attack it, because going forward, you have to get to a point where you have to challenge these beliefs. You can't just be like, case in point, I just dealt with this, man. There was a girl that I was able to meet. We vibed, everything kicked it off. And the first time, I wasn't even able to really shoot my shot and tell her what I really thought about her, because in my head, I was like, man, this girl, to me personally, she was like a 9.5, 10. And I knew deep down, I had limited beliefs on if I was really good enough to get her, or if I really was on that same level. I had doubts on if I was good enough. And I got to the point the second time I ended up seeing her, I was like, fuck it, I'm going for it. And I ended up getting a number. We'll see about a date. But I'm using that as an example to let you know that I had to look at a very real limiting belief that I had. And I had to understand and look and be like, no, I'm going to challenge that and see why do I feel like I can't accomplish this? If you out here and you want to become a millionaire or a six-figure earner or have a successful business, but you got doubts on like if you can do that or how you can do that, then excuse me, then you gotta literally sit down with those doubts that you have and really peel back the layers and be like, why do I really feel like I can't do this? What out here is making me feel like this is impossible, or why you can't? Because there's somebody out here that's no better than you. They may be even worse off than you, and they have exactly the things that you say that you want and that you desire. And the thing is, if they can get it, you have to have a mentality, I can go out there and do it too. There is no limit, bro. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck I'm not gonna say I don't give a fuck what you believe in, but for this instance, what I really mean is, it doesn't matter what or who you believe in. If you believe in God, like for me, I believe in God. I personally believe that we were made in God or the universe's image. You know what I'm saying? That's limitless. So if we were made from a creator that is limitless, that means our capabilities is limitless as well. So there is no limit on what you can do. I grew up in the Carolinas, man, and I think about the Wright brothers, who were just average people that grew up on a farm. They didn't know anything about aviation. And at that time in the 1800s, there was no such thing as an airplane. That shit wasn't even on somebody's radar, that there's a machine that would fly in the air. But that's what they created, man. Steve Jobs. I'm recording this video on an iPhone. There was a point in time where a device that you can hold, where you can do video calls, where you can play video games, you can talk and communicate with people, you can type and just do so many different things. That was a myth. For a lot of y'all to have limiting beliefs, if Steve Jobs, the Wright brothers, so many other great creators in our history of civilization, if they had your limiting beliefs, our society wouldn't have so many of the great things that we have. And you have to think, every last one of y'all have something that the next generation, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years from now, would be able to benefit. But if you hold on to limiting beliefs and you allow that to keep you from going for the things that you want and really putting yourself out there 100%, then you're robbing society, your community, your family, so many people out here of what you have to offer this world. That's why you have it in the first place. So you gotta attack your limiting beliefs and your fears too, because it goes hand in hand. And what I need y'all to understand is fear is just F-E-A-R. False evidence appearing real. And what I mean by that is a lot of fears is not even in reality. It's something that you think is gonna happen or not gonna happen for you based on something that happened in the past, a past experience. And what you gotta understand is the past doesn't equal the present, and it definitely doesn't equal the future. All your past experiences, the only purpose it served was to teach you something, to help you become the person you are now, and for that person to help you become who you're going to become in the future. It doesn't mean that what happened, what mistakes, what struggles that you had is going to be repeated today or in the future. So it's no need for you to allow fear to keep you from going for the things you want, man. A lot of y'all afraid to ask out that partner that person of interest that you want. You're afraid to go for that career opportunity. You're afraid to start that business. You're afraid to make that move to a new city, a new state, a new country. You're afraid to try that new skill or whatever it is that you wanted to do. We just plagued with fears, man. And what I need you to do is sit down, just literally take a few minutes, relax, close your eyes if you got to, and picture what your life would look like if you moved in a way where you just discarded any fear that you have. Picture that for a second. I'll put my head on the chopping block that most people, y'all that do that, you would say that your life would be lit as fuck if you could move in a way where you're just like, man, fuck all these fears. I'm going for what the things that I want to go for regardless. So these are the things that you have to understand, because that's what keeps most of you off from the life that you want. Limiting beliefs and fears, man. And it'll help build your confidence and your self-esteem. Something else that a lot of you all struggle with as well. If you can go for the things that you want and put in the work and do the everyday actions towards the things that you really want out of life without fear, I promise you're going to have more self-esteem, because life is going to get better. And when life gets better and you have evidence of, oh, I can do this, or oh, I'm really good enough, then by nature, you naturally going to be more confident and have more self-esteem. So these are the things that you have to do in order to build your confidence, build your self-esteem, and to combat fears and limiting beliefs. Because I expect every last one of y'all to accomplish the life that you always was capable of having. Having this level of self-esteem that you always were capable of having. Having the confidence that you and the energy that you always deserved and were capable of having. But you gotta put in the work, and it's all on you. So before I get up out of here, man, If this message was of any value, like, comment, and subscribe, and share this message to anybody else that might be able to benefit off of this. On Thursdays, you can find me here every Thursday where I do Therapy Thursdays, just speaking life and confidence into every last one of you all that struggle with trauma from your childhood, low self-esteem, confidence issues, all of it. That's what we do over here. And we just gonna continue to elevate and grow, man. I'm making that my personal business to make sure that my brothers and my sisters over in this community, that you get everything that you need and you become exactly who you were meant to be. So before I get out of here, man, understand that the life that you always wanted, it's in reach, man. Please believe me when I tell you, you are always enough and more than capable of making it happen. But like I always say, man, what you do and where you go in this life, this one life that you have, that's 100% on you, fam. And I know you got this, man. So until next time, peace and love.